So, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Carm, the Chief Medical Officer of CareCentrix, and I am so lucky today that I'm here with one of our exceptional social workers, Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Understand, Michelle, that you work with our patients and you develop and implement a personal care plan for them. Is that right?
And yes, that is correct. I receive referrals from the nurses with the PAC program, and they let me know what some of the challenges are that the patient is having, and then I step in and help assist so that the patient can heal at home.
That's wonderful, because home is the best place to be when you're not feeling your best. I always find that. And you know, give us an idea of some of the things that you help with. I know that a lot of buzz right now is social determinants of health. Can you tell us a little bit about what they are and how you may use them to patients?
Some of the challenges that the patients face is transportation. A lot of times with the benefit that they have through their health program, their health plan, it has a limited number of transportation round trips that they can have. And patients who go to dialysis, for example, 3 times a week, they utilize those days up quickly. So I have to find an alternative transportation mode for them. And a lot of times I'm able to find paratransit service, which is curbside transportation. They come to the home and get the patient. But in many cases, that is $6 round trip. So that's $18 a month for the patient, a week for the patient. And that just, 4 weeks out of the month, it becomes an impossibility for them. So sometimes that's a challenge.
Sure. Tell me a little bit more about your role. What are some of the other things that you find yourself doing with patients?
We have patients dealing with shut-off notices for their utilities, and they're oxygen dependent, or it's winter, they need the heat. So I just advocate. I contact the utility company, I contact other community agencies and try to network with them to have the patient service either resumed or not to turn it off.
So basically, it's very, very difficult for patients to heal when they don't have some of these basic services. If you can't get to your doctor, it's very hard for you to have a good healing process if you need to see your physician. What are medications? I know that's another thing that sometimes patients have a problem either paying for or having access to.
A lot of their medications, they're not able to pay for, the copay for office visits. And as a result, they just miss the appointment. Either they don't go or they don't pick up their medication because they just cannot afford to. And then I get involved and try to see if there's a formulary of a generic form perhaps, or I'll call the doctor's office and ask, can they give the patient samples while we're waiting to find another form of medication for them. And that helps a lot. And for prescriptions, a lot of times I'll go right to the manufacturer and go and look online for their patient assistance program. And with enough information about the patient's income, they may qualify for the program and be able to receive some of the medication either at no cost for a year or at a very, very reduced cost.
That's amazing. Is there any case or patient journey that sticks out in your mind that you'd like to tell us about so we understand a little bit more about this?
I had one patient in particular who he was living in a motel. That was his house. He had been there for like 3 years, but the weekly rate was something that was affordable. But along the way, he just had some chronic conditions, and he needed a motorized wheelchair because he was catching the bus different places. And the manual chair, he just wasn't able to maneuver it as well anymore to the bus stop. So I was able to go to Cancer Care, which is a program that if you qualify, you can get grants and you can use the grants for things that you may need. And I also worked with Hoveround to get him a motorized scooter, a motorized wheelchair. And that worked out beautifully for him. He received a check in the mail, he got the wheelchair, and he was back, he was back in action.
So Michelle, you have another patient you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, there's another patient. She was a young woman. I believe she was 30 or 31. And maybe a couple years prior, she had injured her foot at a party, at an event. And she never went to the hospital to have it addressed, and the foot swelled. And by the time she made it to the hospital, the foot had to be amputated. Her leg had to be amputated. And so now she's living in her apartment. She couldn't really get around as well as she had before. And I was able to contact a rehab facility in her community, and they were able to get her on service and fit her for a prosthetic leg. And that changed her life. She was able to stay in her apartment. She was able to stand again at the stove and cook and just live her life in a manner that she had before she was sick. And it was really, really heartwarming to see that happen for her because she was so young.
Yeah, amazing. Totally changed her life.
It did. It changed her life in a big way.
That's wonderful. Well, I really appreciate your being here with us today. And I just want to say thank you much. I know the patients appreciate you. We appreciate you very, very much. So thank you for all you do for CareCentrix and the patients.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love what I do, and I love this company.
Thank you.